But they want them up there for now. Hi, everybody.
Good morning.
Gee, what can I say?
Comments. Oh, where am I at? Oh, there's comments.
Okay. And we already got some comments, and we already got some chats. And one thing came in today, and I'm going to show you what it was because I post on my show, send me things you want us to talk about. So I tried to post this. How is the good shooting going to shift the narrative, if at all? Thank you. And YouTube continually rejected it, saying that it was spam and I needed a review where it came from. I'll put it back up again. I don't want to.
Yeah, I think you deciphered it.
And so I was talking to Sean this morning because he's put up a show. Don't go over and see his show now. Watch it after ours. But it's about Venezuela, and it's about his conclusions on what's going to make Venezuela not no, I want to hide it, not be relevant. And I was explaining this to him, and I said, what is it? And he said, it's not the Minnesota shooting. It's the woman's name, Good. There, he said, you got caught by a bot. So I was about to get very paranoid about YouTube, which I'm already paranoid about YouTube, but they're not censoring us over that. So we have a lot of questions that I'll talk around that. We can look at them individually. Scotty, you want to lump them together and find the best question about what's happening. How about this one?
Whatever you're sensing, you're in charge.
How is the average non-political American feeling about ICE and the deaths on the street, and Vance and Trump's rhetoric on taking over countries, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera? How are the Americans seeing this insanity? Well, it depends on their media source.
Yeah, I get the feeling that there are people that aren't in tune to politics, right?
Mm-hmm.
They just go on without their lives. Whatever. I got enough money. Da da da. I think this incident is hitting their media.
Mm-hmm.
They're like, what just happened?
Mm-hmm.
Right? So I think there is people out there that it is hitting hard. That, I mean, we're talking about non-political, people that don't consume politics. This shooting is hitting their sources, and it's waking people up in that respect.
And I know they don't have water cooler talk anymore because people aren't in offices talking around the water cooler anymore. But and they don't have water coolers since COVID. But what I'm asking is it breaking through to the average person that maybe doesn't obsess on this stuff? We're not going to like the answer much. I got 5 no's.
It depends where you go. We're talking 3 different demographics.
Mm-hmm.
We have the compassionate ones, generally Democrats. We have the MAGA Republicans, and we have the people that stay out of politics, right?
Mm-hmm.
That was my sense, is the people that stay out of politics are seeing this.
Right.
Right. I think the biggest thing is it hitting the MAGA Republican people? Right.
Okay, I can ask that. I didn't ask that, but what I see is there are a lot of people that are sensing sadness out there. They don't know what to do with it, so they're putting their head in somewhat back in the sand. Let's see if it's hitting MAGAs. We do have a comment in here that will hit MAGAs, though. Apparently, what was it? We'll get there. Okay, you want to answer this one, Scott, or what do you want?
Yeah, I'm getting the Second Amendment crowd is still dug in deep.
Mm-hmm.
They're still locked into their theories with that 8 of Swords. their narrative. But it's causing argument, which is a good thing.
Right.
The truth is coming out about 45 and it's causing internal arguments. Right? When you argue, you wake up. You know,
right.
It isn't the delusional, right? With if I got the 7 of Swords near that, it would be like these people are gone, right? They believe in the lie, they'll stick with the lie. But I get the arguments of 45 is truth seeking, right? So there is a wake up here of sorts, but many are still dug in with that.
They don't want to see it. Oh, that won't happen. It's because the woman shouldn't have been in the streets. I mean, really?
Right.
Show. J.D. Vance recently announced that door-to-door raids would be happening in every state. Isn't he brave? I wonder if he saw that through the smears of Maybelline on his eyes. What will be the outcome? Will it work out as they plan?
His interview or whatever the heck he did the other day, it was just horrid. There wasn't one piece of truth in it. And he's just fanning the flames, digging in. This is horrible. Coming from a vice president.
Was it worse than Gnome in her cowboy hat?
It was worse.
Oh, jeez.
J.D. Vance recently has door-to-door raids. J.D. Vance is not so.
No. God, I got nothing but no's today. No, it's got no reality to it. It's got no grounding to it. Pentacles always mean things that are really on this earth. There's nothing to it. There's nobody who wants to figure out how to plan this. It's just him. He's building his own future on this. He's looking to his own future. He wants to seem like he's in control, but he's not. And there's no real basis for it. There's no plan. I mean, there's just no plan. What'd you get, Scott?
There's no truth. There's no truth in what he says. It's delusional action. It's not judicial. I think it's all lies. So I get my liar deceit card, wanting a victory, but it's delusional with the 7 of Cups. And I get judicial losses from what reality is. And then what comes out in any kind of investigation, it'll bring out the light and he'll have that loss. You know, the 5 of Coins here is that loss of substance, what you can gain. There is no plan here. It's just inspiring rhetoric for the Ice Ages, basically.
Yeah, we got you. We got you covered. Not really. Okay. Have we reached the point where we are on the downhill slide of this regime? And if so, will we start seeing making things better by the beginning of summer?
Okay.
This was a viewer question, not me. We're still in those. I don't think that many words in the morning.
Well, last 2 weeks we've been digging into timing, and we've been seeing by summer, and it's been consistently coming out as a rough first quarter. So let's see if we're still in the timing range.
I'm going to see if there's going to be a shift by the beginning of summer, which I'm going by the one in the zodiac, which is June 21st.
Yeah, that's the start of summer. Yeah.
I'm going to get a different deck. This deck is not playing well with others.
One, two, three, four. Okay. Some reason my past position, I'm getting lots of money. Like this administration is not holding on to their funds. They're just letting it free flow. Because I got the 8 of Cups and then prosperity. You know, the Ace of Pentacles, 4 of Pentacles is holding on your money, but it's just going, right? We're just losing money like crazy. So that comes up the regime. I mean, they did add almost 3 trillion to the national debt, so kind of makes sense why, and that could be playing in. So then I get the empathetic leader, which is the King of Cups, definitely not 40, felon 45. But then I get 3 of Swords and 6 of Swords. So we have the heartbreak, deception, frustrations, but things getting better, which is strange. But what does that mean? It feels like a new leader is coming in at some point. It's like the universe is shifting from.
Yeah, I got a new leader.
You know, from the current. So this is current energy. The universe is shifting from the heartbreak of a bad leader to a good leader. This is what the universe is moving towards. And then I get Chariot, 6 of Wands, and Emperor. Coming soon. This, I'm thinking March is the big shift. We're gonna have a huge shift changing to the better in March. Then I have outcome. This feels like after summer, you know, when you pointed out June 20th. 2 of Pentacles, money confusions, Knight of Cups, new leadership coming in, more empathy, more confidence, Page of Cups, changing of times, good news, and then the Fool. We got to take a different leap of faith. I think so.
Yeah,
we're going to be chaotic this first quarter, and then and then things change, and then after summer hits, something's happening. Yeah.
Well, there's the elections, but beyond that, you know, they had another guy collapse in the Republican Party, so now they're down to
And then the bottom of the deck, I had that 3 of Cups. We're toasting cups in the summer.
Yeah, bottom of my deck is the 10 of Cups, but lots of 10s here, which means things are ending. This is their time is over, and everybody's like, oh my God, what do we do now? But there is a plan afoot to put people in power that can run it right. But there's still going to be a lot of people who don't like the way this has all happened. But we've got the 4 of Cups reversed. We're going to have to accept what we've got because this got in there. So what can I say?
Yeah. It's a tough time. We're going to have a tough 3 months.
Okay. Will we be going into Colombia next? No.
Well, we'll see what the cards say, but I don't think so.
I'll leave it up.
I seen that Norway or someone sent a couple ships to Denmark to protect them from us. Crazy.
Well, they're on their way to Greenland to protect Greenland.
Right. Protect Greenland from us.
There's 500,000 people. I mean, there's more people in the North Dallas area that I live in than the whole damned island. And then on top of it, it's freezing ass cold. I mean, why would you want to be there?
Yeah, there's like they say there's like a 2-month window when you can mine anything there
Mm-hmm.
because of the permafrost and how cold it is. It's just ridiculous to think we need Greenland. He's got this thing about it.
Well, it's because his drunk guy said it on the 3 morning news shows in his first administration, and it was such a joke.
Okay. I don't see it.
I don't either. I mean, I just feel like that one's now going into Syria. They did that yesterday, but I don't think they're going to get very far.
That's something weird. I'm done.
Okay.
I was looking at my cards here. Something. Oh man.
Okay. It's Minnesota. This is what I could finally get through. I just changed good to Minnesota, and YouTube let it through. So I think they were not censoring us beyond belief, climbing around in our back molars. Should we all start to pack heat? Seriously? No, I won't. Because, first of all, if I had a gun, someone would use it on me. I've always felt that way. So,
yeah, if you're out and about, don't antagonize any of those clowns.
mm-hmm.
I mean, poor Renee didn't do anything wrong, and she just got feared and tried to leave.
Mm-hmm.
And a trigger-happy Yahoo.
Aren't we glad we have cell phones with cameras? Because
definitely.
Sebastian Gorka, and I really thought this guy had gone away. This guy is like a bad horror movie voice. Suggested guns, though, might need to be taken away from all American people. Now, how's that going to play with MAGA? Do you even want to put a card on that one, Scott?
No. That guy suggests, I guess he still has his own show or something. I don't care about the man.
I don't care about the man, but I think it's just an outrageous statement.
Yeah, definitely.
Well, it's the wrong message for MAGA. It's a page of wands upside down.
I'm not gonna.
Okay, you're not gonna read it.
No, I'm not reading on that. That's
okay.
Not worth it.
Okay. The Iranian protests, will Israel butt in and egg them on, or is it strictly the archaic injustice? I don't know. That's within the country that will, towards all females, that will finally set them off.
Well, Felon 45 posting, tweeting, socialing, whatever, about helping Iran, which is how ironic.
Yep.
Nothing for our streets, but he's willing to help the protesters in Iran with force.
What kind of force?
Military force.
Oh.
He wants to help the protesters over there. And And I've seen something, the Ayatollah over there posted about our dictatorship.
Well, they're true. I mean, it's sad but true.
The Khomeini said they eventually all fall, like Stalin, Hitler. Pretty ironic coming from a 37-year leading dictator. Israel, egg them on. Okay. Will it work? Israel.
I don't know what kind of they had. I mean, they had democracy, but not. And you got the Shah out there saying he wants to come back, or the Shah's son, or whoever that guy is. Ugh. Okay. Are we asking if Israel's going to butt in?
I guess it's kind of a multiple part question.
Okay.
In sense, so I'll see what I get on the toss. These protests has been building for a long time. It's like at the tower in here. The magician can be organizations or trying to get the word out, laying low. So I think these protests were in the works for a long time. So then I get a King of Cups, 7 of Swords, and the Page of Cups. Deception from the leader. So what they're saying they aren't going to do. So I think I'm talking about other countries. So if Israel is saying something about what they may do in Iran, it's not true. It's like the opposite. It could be strong arm tactics or whatever. Moving forward, 4 of Pentacles. Holding on to your money and your leverage. 6 of Cups and 3 of Pentacles. Okay, we got contracts that have been built, connections that have been built. So I'm not sure if Israel is like coordinated with a certain group, like with the Kurds or whoever. Whatever group Israel is aligned with, they'll stick to that. So if there's forces within, they're going to go with what those forces want, whatever it is. 6 of Pentacles, giving and receiving. Then I get the Moon card, Page of Wands, and the High Priestess. Secret dealings, messaging. A lot of secrecy here. I sense no, that Israel won't butt in as long as it works to their benefit in the long run.
Right. As long as everything stays off kilter, they're fine.
That's what I'm feeling there. Let's see. This feels successful, the protests, but quite a few. I mean, they're killing people in the protests.
Well, they're not going to not kill people.
So what did you sense?
I'm just going to the out card, the Empress. It's going to work out for them in the long run. They're making a lot of difficult choices. Making a lot of difficult choices. 4 of Cups reversed. They want to get rid of the structure that exists. They're willing to fight even if they don't have the structure to really fight with, because this is the most important card. 8 of Swords reversed. They want to get out of prison. Because when you imprison the least of me, you imprison all of us. And their out card is the Empress. Do you remember during the Arab Spring, those many years ago? Um, Susan, my youngest child, is a computer wizard, and I knew that they would go out and they were learning how to be a white hacker by going out and playing around in the black web and the dark web. And I said, look, just don't ever change our ISP to anything, or if you're going to do anything that's going to endanger it, let me know. So when I open up the door and there's a cop looking at me, I know why the hell they're here. So she came to me when she was in college during that Arab Springtime, and she said, can I change all the ISPs of our phone and our computer system? And I said, to what? And the ISP tells, it's used to be the internet's way of knowing where you were starting from. It's kind of a World Wide Web address. And what all the college students all over the world were changing their ISP codes to Iran, to Tehran, because the police in Tehran, the security services were using their cell phones to track down the people running the street rebellions. And they said that by those college students all doing it, they did it all over the world. By the kids doing that they slowed them down by 3 weeks from finding everybody. So that's my last time I was near an Iranian protest. We got our ISP back. And she promised she'd never do it again. And as far as I know, she never has. Of course, I wouldn't know until YouTube cut me off. Okay, let's see what we got marked up here. Oh, let's go from a uplifting because they may make it out of it topic. Lawsuits by Trump's allies could change the 2030 census process. Will it be accurate? Count for all. Okay, I worked for the census. I know how this works. I did it twice. Congress sets the standards, not the president. And we are going to see our Congress change. If not before, I think it's going to change before November, because I think Republicans are very old and dropping like flies, but not to wish death on anyone. Little incapacity maybe. But when the Dems take it over, they're going to seal it off. And once they do that, now, how good was the census during COVID? And I had a friend, I didn't work the census during COVID. I had a friend who did. And it was so badly run that they got hired to go to Oklahoma. Her team did, from Texas, because they said, these numbers make no sense. And they went back out and redid the physical census. And apparently the people were just walking up to the driveway and saying, looks like 3 people live in this house. They were making up crap. So, and that was one small slice, and that's where they bothered to catch it. And what they would do is they had lots of workers in the urban areas in Texas that wanted to work, and they kept sending them out to the suburbs and out to the very, very rural areas, which was, of course, Trump's stronghold, to make sure they got every single little warm body counted out there. Yeah.
No. I don't think it's going to be a problem.
I don't think it's going to be a problem. I think we're aware of what a problem it can be. And I don't think most people understand how much American commerce uses those numbers and as a way. That's why they do a semi-census in the middle to see how the numbers are holding up. Got a lot of people wanting to be armed at home. That's your own personal choice. I'm not going to read cards on that. Oh, here's one. Will other countries close American bases even temporarily? Former military person.
Well, other countries. No. Other countries have no say in closing our bases that are there. This is a very tedious, long process to close.
Mm-hmm.
There's funding involved. There's economic factors involved. You can read.
I'm going to read, will they try to isolate our bases?
Good morning, Turtle Kitty.
Okay.
He said a greetings. Greetings from Wisconsin to you and Nancy Jean. Hi from your backyard.
Oh.
Yeah. Justine Hill, okay.
I don't think my cards are going to throw anything that's a yes today. I mean, straight up yes. But
we're in that kind of negativity.
Yeah, they will try to control and seal off the bases if it affects their area. And I think in Europe, they will not cooperate with them in any way, shape, or form. And to run anything as complex as a military base requires a lot of cooperation. So,
the Sun, Wheel of Fortune, Three of Wands. That's all cooperations. Financial respects, leadership, the world. I get nothing of closing.
No.
They do other countries do recognize how bad we are right now.
Yeah. And they don't blame the people. They blame the leadership.
Yeah. The world, devil, and Five of Swords.
Mm-hmm.
Other countries are scared of what's going on right now.
They should be.
I mean, heck, we got a world travel advisory not to come here.
I know. Morning sun rising, Nancy Jean, Scott, Alan, chat managers and chatters. Please have a glorious day. Thank you, Pam. We can all use those kinds of thoughts. Oh, timeline for our Greenland expansion.
Greenland's expansion. What does that mean? When?
I don't know. I was telling Scott there's more people that live in North Dallas around me than live in Greenland.
Yeah. And then
very cold.
The clueless one posted, we're willing and ready to give every Greenlander up to $100,000.
What are they going to spend it on? Going to go buy more ice?
To join the United States is the... This is just so crazy.
We can all move to Greenland. Put on your big, heavy boots. You all have them up where you are. I couldn't take anything I wear wouldn't last 2 minutes up there. Okay. And I don't know anything. Someone said there were a lot of terrible comments on the Long Island protest. I don't know. And there's people still arguing about shooting people in their front yards. Don't do that. That's really bad karma. Okay, I like this one. It's a great reckoning time. Keep the faith, people. Stay strong. Use our heartbreak to stand for the good. I mean, it wasn't as blatant, but yeah, it's time for us to learn how to grow.
If we don't, we're going to.
And this is true. People who lived in Venezuela were thrilled when they got rid of Maduro, just like they'll be dancing in the streets when we get rid of Trump. He went out and found his closest clone. And the thing is that there's no hope. I mean, because of how it all happened and it came from the outside, there's no way, like they say, that it's going to hold on to when they have such high expectations.
Yeah, any change takes years. You've seen it took, what, 2 years for the Biden administration to get us out of the COVID and start forward. Unless Rodriguez does something different, bring some money and through that oil,
Mm-hmm.
give it to the people to change things, nothing's going to change. And the oil executives aren't going to go there. I was reading something that even wealthier people that live there don't want to live there. You know, like foreigners.
Mm-hmm. Well,
Like,
it's not safe.
it's not safe. Yeah, they lived in like basically prison gated communities, and they were robbed all the time
Mm-hmm.
because people need to live, and it's so poor. And Cuba, they were talking about Cuba. Oh my God, that place is a mess.
Yeah, why would you want to take it over? It's the only thing good about opening up Cuba. Can you imagine the retro car shows we can have? Have you seen the cars that are down there? They're all from when the world stopped for Cuba. Okay. I miss the boring days of vice presidents like Dan Quayle. You know, Dan Quayle went to college with my older brother. And when he became elected, when he was nominated for vice president, I called my older brother and I said, one of your old classmates is running for vice president. He said, no way. And then he said, that dweeb? I mean, that's a little personal family story from my political profiles. When will the American Nuremberg's trial start? Not until we get rid of the clowns we got running it right now. I'm really trying to pick out questions that I think will lead us to. Okay.
Yeah. Do your best.
How is Trump feeling with all the people marching? And most importantly, what does Trump think of Vance?
I don't think he cares about Vance.
I don't think he doesn't. He may know who the guy is.
Trump feeling all the people marching. Yeah, there's two questions there. We can do that.
Okay.
How is Trump feeling about the people marching? Okay.
Okay, do that first.
How's he? I mean, the guy's gone.
I don't think he has feelings. I mean, he's down to real lizard brain.
Do you see the video at the oil executive meeting? He just randomly gets up and goes and looks out the window.
Mm-hmm.
It's gone. No normal person does that. Hey, isn't that great?
Yeah, when they do that, you generally find a good home, a place for Don.
Yeah, where Kay Granger was.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, how's Dumpo feeling about the people marching? How's he feeling about the people marching?
Oh, I'm getting yes cards. I'm getting upright cards. He's totally delusional. He sees it as the tower. He sees it as because of change he's making. And he doesn't understand how weak his messengers are. He wanted to run away with everything. And he's so out of it, guys. He thinks it's wonderful. He thinks it reflects well on him. And the messages are not getting through. The 8 of Swords are blocked. He's not getting through. He's in his own little world.
I don't think that the truth gets to him.
No.
So the Ace of Swords, 5 of Pentacles, 8 of Wands, right? So the sword is the truth, the acceptance. The 5 of Pentacles is lack of substance, lack of continuity. And 8 of Wands will be that speedy news. So it's like nothing gets into that speedy news, that 5 of Pentacles between those two. The current situation is Death, Temperance, and 9 of Wands.
That makes those cards make no sense together.
Not really. To me, it feels like he's fighting the end.
Mm-hmm.
Death is the end of the situation. Temperance, trying to make things better. And 9 of Wands is standing there fighting it. So I think it's the medical stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Taking the IVs and whatnot. He's delaying the inevitable with the doctor's help. 222 government. Movements, forces, keeping together in the government. So that's all I'm getting from that. Outcome, we got a victory, frustrations, the happy home, the King of Wands. What does that mean with the people?
Well, they don't care about the people. They only care about their own butts.
Yeah, I'm just trying to figure out why these cards are dropping with the Trump feeling about the people. The victory for the people, frustrations within our government, keeping our home safe, and then we got a leader, a King of Wands. Kind of strange. I think the biggest take is that he's delusional and he's not receptive to what's actually happening.
Yeah, well, I tell you, you're going to see that when I show you what he thinks about Vance. He thinks he's an even-tempered person. He doesn't think he's a great messenger for him. He's not who he wants. But when he thinks of Vance, he sees the star and the world. Now, this is just unreal, folks. And then he sees the hangman. So he's just holding him up and hanging him in there. But he's being told quietly that Vance is going to do everything he's telling him to do. Now, what I heard was, I didn't ask the right question. What does Stephen Miller think of Vance? He doesn't like him. He causes Stephen Miller great worry. Stephen Miller is very defensive about him, wants him out of here. Stephen Miller not only wants him so out of here, he's going to try to get him arrested or caged if something happens to Trump. And then this is the outcome of all that, the tower. So the more that, and honestly, you when you do readings a lot, you have readings you feel are very, very real. I kept hearing Stephen Miller in the back of my mind. It's what does Stephen Miller want to happen? That's what.
Yeah, I think Vance is like on the outs.
Well, I think, but they keep Trump thinking he's around.
He's never around.
Oh, I know, but he
did this speech the other day alone. There was no one else around.
I know. I'm not saying that that's realistic, no. Scott. We're talking about Trump. What Trump thinks he's around.
Yeah.
Maybe Vance could go door to door and seize guns. See how far that goes.
I get there. I was thinking of it as more as the administration thinks of Vance instead of, since you brought up Miller.
Miller is the administration. I don't think people get that. He is the administration.
Correct. Yeah. He's on the outs. So we got everyone there with the Two of Cups in happy union with that Four of Wands, but then Vance is in there with that 10 of Wands. It's like they don't want him involved in anything. Just go do your thing, say your right-wing stuff, help us out. There's frustrations with him. 7 of Wands. Knight of Pentacles. Oh, just be our little shining armor, do her thing. Then I got Lovers and 4 of Cups, which is kind of strange. All these cards together are strange. It's like
the what?
The Lovers and 4 of Cups.
Well, it's just think about it. People trying to make a decision, but nobody wants to pick what they do.
Four Cups is saying this is not what we want.
No kidding.
This isn't the perfect union that we want. So, I think no one wants him. It's like who's that? Tulsi Gabbard wasn't even told about the Venezuela thing.
Oh,
she was in Hawaii,
mm-hmm.
and insiders leaked of an article I read is that DNI stands for do not inform.
Right.
So Tulsi's on the outs of this whole administration too.
Good.
So
Okay.
it's Miller, Nome, ICE, whoever's doing ICE.
Nome's doing ICE. Okay. This is a true comment. Sweet darling Lulu. It's all about fear.
Yes.
It's all about fear.
To break our will.
Mm-hmm. Oh, if you want to see an interesting, weird Netflix show that I didn't, and probably everyone's seen it, and I'm just so far behind the times, but it's about Sherlock Holmes irregulars, which are they used to have in the stories about the young street kids he used to help him do his deals. Well, this is all focused totally on the irregulars. And the reason it gets down to is it talks about at the end, if you follow it, it's kind of interesting. It's very interesting from the Tarot. There's a whole session where they go to meet with Mycroft, the brother, takes them to meet the leaders of the Golden Dawn, the irregulars, and they're all acting out the Tarot cards. And it's probably one of the first shows I've seen that's gotten the Tarot cards right all the time. So for that, it deserves an Academy Award as far as I'm concerned. But if you watch it all the way to the end, it talks about fear. And I thought that is it took a long time to get there, but boy, when they start talking about ruling with fear, you really get the image of what's going on around us. So just say it. It's Sherlock Holmes Irregulars on Netflix. You can see what I do with my time. And they're right. The regime wants nothing but fear. Oh, yeah. Somebody said this is about going door to door and taking guns. Just try that in Texas. There better be a meat wagon nearby. True Rose Blue.
Yeah, I've seen pictures of these ICE agents actually have like weapons of war, assault rifles, weapons. They're carrying AKs. It's freaking crazy with clips.
Okay, what happens to the ICE agent who left Minnesota so fast? His wife's a Filipina.
Yeah, I see like someone set up a GoFundMe for that ICE agent. Clowns donated over $500,000 to him.
Mm-hmm.
I see what's her name? Renee Good's family had a GoFundMe. It reached 1.5 million so fast, and then they shut it off. Bless your hearts, but donate to someone else.
Mm-hmm.
Other families that were shot by ICE too and whatnot.
Well, the other two people shot in California. Just shift the money.
Yeah.
Okay, this is a nice statement. I'm going to put up nice statements today too. Just popping through to say hello, beautiful souls. Love and light to all of you. Thank you, Jan. Visionary gal, we can all use that.
Thank you, Jan. Yes.
Oh, this is almost a funny statement. Going door to door is unconstitutional. Well, yes. Look who's thinking about doing it. These people really had law degrees. Of course, you did see what Texas passed this week. You don't have to belong to the bar, the American Bar Association, to practice law in Texas. I've met lawyers here that I'm not sure how they did pass the bar. So
good for Ken Paxton.
Yeah. Someone's got to bring up a sore issue. Are those Packer pictures in the background?
Yes.
And Scott's in mourning.
Yes, there's a, back in the 90s, he may still do it, but there was an artist that created different things that he painted himself, and limited numbers. And back in the 90s, I bought a bunch of MVP season when they won the Super Bowl. Yeah, so I bought a bunch of paintings. Another painting over here from Wisconsin Badgers Rose Bowl win in the 90s. So they're paintings, yeah.
Oh, that's nice. My brother was one of those people who had stock certificates that he owned part of the Packers.
Yeah.
My older brother was a Packer fan.
I got that right there.
Mm-hmm.
$200, you get a little frame.
Mm-hmm.
And say you own the Packers. It's more, a donation. And you get a little certificate.
Okay, I had a question and now I've lost it. Okay, here it is. With 45's penchant for art projects, will he redesign the flag by his birthday? Which happens to be Flag Day. No.
Redesigning everything else, right?
Right, that's what they're saying.
I don't think so.
Oh, these are all the right-wing fantasies. ICE is going to monitor entire neighborhoods with new surveillance tools. Trust me, I live with a computer wizard. Whatever they find, those kids will be ahead of them. And those kids are in their 30s, so. And it's not going to be good for the public. That's the idea. Okay, and then they're talking about the interviews. It's so, I don't know. Is Kristi Noem to blame for all the problems, or is it her hat? I think it's her hat. There's an old phrasing, Texas, that says you're full of it, and it's like all hat, no cattle. That's what she is. She's all hat, no cattle. And now we hear that the money from the oil is going offshore. There's no money coming from the oil. People, it's bad oil. They can't process it. It's awful stuff. And I didn't see Kristi on CNN this morning because I don't like to start my week off with that kind of thing. And we did talk about Trump going off to see the non-existent ballroom, which is frozen because they can't build on national trust ground without certain permits, and they don't got it. And somebody's talking about a murder case I know nothing about. Folks, you give your own conversations over here. Enjoy it. Throw ass backwards. I have no idea what that statement was about. And this is true. He's so demented. We have to give him a phony Nobel Prize to make him shut up and go away. No, it won't work. Do you want to read about the Colombian president going to D.C.?
He's actually going to come.
I don't know. Somebody says they're asking about it. You want to ask about what's going to happen?
They would probably arrest him, not let him leave, because they want him removed. Oh my Lord. The Colombian president told his AG to file war crimes for the boats.
Okay, so let's just see if this guy's stupid enough to come to D.C. while Trump's still in office. No, he's not. This is the right-wing propaganda, thinking he's a silly king of cups. He's going to show up. This is no, I'm not going to take this offer. No, I don't believe that any of this is fair, and no, there's no justice involved with any of this. So. What'd you get? If you got that he's coming, I really want to know about that.
No, I get a death card. So that's an ending of any talk or anything.
Okay.
Strength, 8 of Wands is movement, but it's like death. It's like, if anything, they may, send delegates. So here's the leader, 5 of Cups, Ace of Cups. So 5 of Cups is a loss. No. 3 more. Let's see what that says.
Okay.
Page of Swords, Empress. Safe at home. No, I don't see that happening.
Okay.
Those.
Do we see?
That card wasn't there.
Okay. Trump may never be held accountable, but what about? We can do this in 2 parts: his family and then his regime people.
Okay. Trump may never be held accountable. How will I see his family? Regime too?
And I'm doing this 2 questions, Scott.
You're separating family and regime?
Yeah, I'm saying the regime and the family are 2 different things.
I think the only way the felon is held responsible is in this transition.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I always get the sense that he's going to be terrified prior to transitioning, so like he, may not be all there.
He's not all there now, Scott. Why are you saying may not be?
Well, you know what I mean, in a hospital setting.
Okay.
Where he's going to be in pain and suffering and family.
Yeah, the fam's going to take it on the chin. They think they're prepared for this outcome, but they're not. Their hope, this is yes, they're going to get it. It's going to be temperate. They're going to not be vengeful, but they're going to weigh what they did. But it's all the money they took and all the control that they took over things. And this is the family. This is the end of their whole family and the fortunes around their family. And it's going to be hard because it's easy to hide money all over the world, guys. The people around him in his regime, they're going to say they were just following orders. We all know how that works. That statement works. They're going to prove they were all in it together. We're never going to be 100% happy with the outcome. People are coming to my front door today. And it's not going to be, they're never going to get as many of them as they want. But while you do your reading, I'm going to read on Miller, my little favorite baby.
Yeah, I'm getting a lot of financial loss for the family. I'm getting justice, judgment, and then the 10 of coins. So yeah, I think the family thinks they're going to be out of the woods after everything's said and done. Because I got the connection, 6 of swords, but then it comes down with justice, judgment on their money. So I think they're going to be held accountable financially. The regime, it feels like they're going to be held accountable for their lives. Obviously, the justice card was used up in the regime or the family that separated it. But so yeah, I'm just getting the liar card for the regime. So I think they're going to be held accountable financially or otherwise because of what they've done. Possibly financially too. It's not decided by the universe because I get the Two of Swords around their finances and their. So yeah, I do see responsibility, but it went straight to the family money, how they made it.
Yeah, and I see Stephen Miller does not have a good end.
My dream is him being in CCOT for 6 months.
I don't know what that is. So
El Salvador prison.
Oh, okay.
The detention center.
Yeah, all of the things around him fall down. Everything he's tried to invest in and create falls down. Nothing works. His plans of getting out don't work. His wife even leaves him, and she's a piece of work too. And he's going to get his own. He's going to star as the ultimate thing. I don't usually see death, but I think if they come for Miller, he'll kill himself. Well, he did in his past life.
Good morning, Deborah's Blue Tarot.
Okay.
I haven't seen you around for a while.
Who?
Deborah's Blues Tarot. She's got her own channel.
Oh, okay.
I'm just saying good morning. I haven't seen her on. Stopping by.
There's a lot of people who haven't been posting shows, and I can't say as I blame you.
Yeah, it's
Congress
crazy.
is useless. We, the taxpayers, are paying for them to have an easy life with long vacations. What are they doing on their job? Well, they did pass the extension of health care this week, and they've made it 3 years. Which takes it.
Yeah, it goes to the Senate, you know.
Yeah, but they had 10 senators say that they'd support it. So
excellent.
Because they're all the senators who are rural senators who all their hospitals are closing. So yeah, they have.
It's not veto proof right now.
Yeah, but he's got to live long enough to sign the veto. Show. Is the UK's in Syria too? I guess. I don't know. I didn't read that. Okay.
UK's ramping up to help Ukraine.
Yes.
That's
not very popular in UK either. You can tell Rubio is having a hard time keeping Trump focused during. Dear babies, I mean, Rubio couldn't keep Rubio focused when he was running, and now he's there. Did you see he passed him a note, and then Trump opened it up and read it aloud to everybody?
Yeah. His brain is melting fast.
Oh, did you see the Native American woman who had a DoorDash woman run into her house because the Frozen Boys were chasing her?
I did.
That's very
good. I did happen to see that. They eventually left. But the woman was really scared. Saying, I'm going to take you too. You're going to be.
Yeah, take a Native American. They got more reason to be here than any ICE agent. Are you shitting me?
True. Thank you, Deb.
Do we get a nice donation or something?
Yeah, Deb.
Good. Oh, we're back to this. Will the Allies release EPS information?
Okay. Will there be Epstein information released by other countries? will be any.
Okay. I get yes. They were headed that direction and something stopped them from riding in that direction, but now they're deciding exactly when to dump it. And they're literally deciding right now. We're deciding right now. But they have to think about how it's going to reflect on some of their people. But they're ready to take it on and do it. So I think it's going to be sooner rather than later.
I'm thinking in the past, there was an internal struggle of whether they actually wanted to investigate themselves.
Mm-hmm. Well, they've got people in there too.
Yeah, I kind of get the sense that the UK may be investigating after what's his name, the ambassador, or whatever, was resigned or forced to resign because he was in the files.
Mm-hmm. Well, they already got rid of a prince, which is okay because he wasn't worth much anyway.
So in the current, I'm getting loving support and energy for the women. Possible, what do you call it? Female prosecutors.
Mm-hmm.
So there's support here. So like women, the truth, temperance, and justice. So Ace of Swords, temperance, and justice. Temperance is waiting. How do we do this? How do we let this flow? Ace of Swords is that breakthrough, and we know what justice is. Atonement for mistakes. So we're heading that way. Outcome. Six of Swords, making things better. Four of Wands, all in unity. Death, and 10 of Coins. It's going that way.
Yeah.
Ending that situation. 10 of Coins is all that great treasures that's been hidden.
Mm-hmm.
Four of Wands is that complete unity with all. Six of Swords, making things better. It's definitely heading that way. But I got that sense of like,
well, one of the
like the UK finally opened their own investigation what was going on there.
I think one of the delays is because of how involved the Catholic Church is with a lot of the sex trafficking. So
you think?
For entertainment purposes only. Okay, show this one. Okay, here's one for entertainment. Christie's wearing big hat with no cows because she shot them all because they mooed her. Thank you, dear. I haven't had a bad pun in a long time. I needed that.
Crusty gnome.
Crusty gnome.
And she was on with Jake Tapper or someone this morning and just continuing to lie.
Mm-hmm.
How the heck can she continue to lie? There's no conscience with these people. They think they're beyond,
Well, because they have to believe that or they couldn't wake up in the morning. How involved is Turkey with helping Russia in buying oil and stolen grain?
I get the sense Turkey's like backing away from Russia.
Yeah. Let's see if they're backing away.
How tight is Turkey with Russia?
Mm-hmm. Oh, it's been up to its eyeballs in it. They're dealing with Russia as the outsider, trying to help them. They tried to get them the stuff they needed to succeed. Right now, they're not happy with them. They don't really want to deal with it, but they kind of take the point of view they don't want to see people starving either, and they're willing to play the giving partner. So I think they've been very involved from their own humanitarian point of view. We don't want all those people to freeze to death and starve to death up there. They don't see it the same way we do. What'd you get? Different totally? Please?
Kind of, sort of.
Yeah.
I do see the alignment from the past and kind of current, but they really want to end this relationship. I'm getting the sense of threats and militarily, so they kind of went along that way. Because I think they've been wanting to get away from that evil type stuff there in that alignment, but because I feel that military threat there, that harmony isn't there. So I get they wanted to walk away, but it was difficult. Because I get that military threat and the chariot. The Empress is like wanting to be good, but then we had this threat here with them sitting. Then the walking away, but then there's this authoritarian leader putting pressure on. But I get an outcome that they will have an ending, a death ending, and have other partnerships to make a better union. Ace of Cups, Queen of Cups, and the Death card. So it's like they're just trying to figure out how to make that break. And I think the ending of Russia will help that break. They're just bringing them down too, but it feels like encircling. So I got the Hermit on the bottom. That's introspecting, seeing how they can make things better. So they're involved, but they're trying to figure out that break. I really don't think Turkey wants to be that. Like the way things are going in Iran right now.
Right.
Because Iran's always been pretty close.
They want to be happy with everybody when all the pieces fall apart, and they're just as confused as we are. Okay.
Rosie says Turkey builds drones.
Well, lots of people build military equipment. Did Trump and Putin make a deal that Putin could have Europe and Trump would let have the Americas? Well, they could make a deal like that, but do you want to see if they really did do it that blatantly?
It's been talked about.
I know. I hear.
Miles Taylor talked about that. It was brought up in 2019.
Well, Hill, the woman who testified in those long, drawn-out things about
Fiona,
Fiona, she says that they for a long time heard that, and specifically Venezuela. There was I sent you the article yesterday about that.
Oh, Monroe Doctrine, right?
He didn't come up with that either because he doesn't know what the Monroe Doctrine was.
Heartbreak, make a mistake. Dividing.
Yes and no, I get.
Yeah, it's a yes and no. But he's definitely doing subtle things to make it look like to help Russia succeed in Ukraine as much as it can.
You say subtle things like invading Venezuela. What are you talking about, Scott? No.
None of that's going to play out. I just get a lot of dark times. Things getting better from the chaos. Nothing good about this reading. Meaning it won't happen.
Did you see anything in the super chat?
Guys, I sent you guys donation. Nope, I never seen it.
No.
It should come in your stars saying who donated.
Starred.
Oh, Deborah gave 5. Giovanna gave 4.99.
Mm-hmm.
And Janie gave 5. Nope, nothing came through, Jeff.
Sorry. I put in my screen the PayPal and the Venmo that you can use at Crystal Directions. And this is from a decent astrologer. She's a very lovely lady, great astrologer. She does other things with her life, so you won't find her doing that all the time. But Neptune heads into Aries on 126. The fog is lifting. Energies are changing exponentially. Keep the faith and the focus. We, the people, will see an effective and rapid change. And that's what I keep getting from the astrologers I talk to. The other thing is, for those of you who are really nerdy about astrology, all the planets are on one half of the chart. They're all in 6 signs, contiguous signs. And the only thing that's moving across the other 6 is the moon. That's a very, 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 very unusual configuration for the planets. So we are in weird times. And some readers have done, look what happened the last time this happened. You may not want to sit through those. They'll scare the pants off you. But
Pegasus is in Hawaii. Nice.
That's true. Walter Reed does have a dementia unit. They could send him there. Okay. Oh, what's going to happen to the ACA extensions that passed in the House? We talked about that briefly. Something that really, going into Venezuela really affects it. It affects us psychologically. It affects how we feel about our country. But this one affects a lot of people and a lot of hospitals. And you've got family that work in healthcare, Scott. You know that it.
Well, there's Jeff. Thank you for the donation, Jeff. What's going to happen with the ACA extensions? Pass the House.
Oh, we're going to get it. Oh, are we going to get it? Yes, there was the juggling of the coins, and was it going to come through? But now it's passed.
I got that too.
4 of Wands, and they're going to try to block it or screw with it somehow, but it's going to go forward no matter what. And it's a giant judgment on this entire administration that it went through. They've kept the Congress closed for 6 months for 2 reasons. One is about ACA, but the other is it just lets Trump do whatever he wants to do. But the stupid thing is it puts the representatives back home where their neighbors can say, WTF's going on,
The current energy is telling me it'll pass the Senate, but Dumpty doesn't want to sign it.
He doesn't have to. He can let us sit there.
Yeah, that's what I'm feeling is going to happen right now.
Mm-hmm.
he's not going to sign it. And what is it, 10 days? Then it becomes law if you don't sign it, something like that. That's the current energy I'm feeling, that he doesn't want to sign it because he hates the Obamacare, right? It feels like the 10 days passes and then it's law. That's what I'm feeling right now. Because I got that same Two of Pentacles too. I get the Two of Swords. There's a lot of choices. What's going to happen? But I do get the feeling it goes through. The Chariot and Three of Pentacles is that working and the signing of the law or being law. But then it comes in with that Five of Cups. So it's like it's going to pass, but then there's this waiting period of this lost feeling. But the ending, I get Six of Swords. And Five of Pentacles is a missed opportunity. Six of Pentacles is making things work, and Page of Pentacles is coming through. I got all these cards that say Pentacles, Pentacles. You know, it's coming through.
And that's something that's going to happen on this earth. It's not Cups, which are emotions, or Wands, which are things in the future, or Swords, which are thoughts or stress. It's real physical stuff you can hold. When you see Pentacles, that's what it means.
So yeah, I'm getting all the passing right, but there's some cards in there and feelings that.
No, they're going to screw around with it. They're not going to accept it quietly. They're going to,
that kind of feeling.
They're going to say the neighbor you don't like because of their color, their faith, or whatever, is going to get health care. Well, Wyoming.
So I get that feeling they don't want it to be part of the fight for the government shutdown again. Get this done. Enough Republicans are seeing the chaos and the heartbreak.
Do you know who the Nasty Nine is? Nasty Nine are 9 senators in Wyoming that are Republicans, and they all, tell you the truth, it looks like a very aged biker gang. You see them all sitting together, but they're farmers in Wyoming. They, at the very end, went in with the Democrats in the legislature and kept Medicare, expanded Medicaid, and did all these things. And they said, we did that for our neighbors. And they have since been thrown out of the Republican Party. And they said, okay, we'll run as Democrats. We want to serve our people and help them. So there are not just little breaks in the wall, guys, but when you have a whole segment, and there are not that many legislators in the Wyoming legislature. And it's a bicameral. I don't think it has a Senate and a House. I think it's one house. I think it's one chamber. It's one of those states. Anyway, it was a fascinating interview I saw with these guys. They all looked about my age. I'm not going to talk about e-files. E-files are going to show up when the angels fly over us and flutter down and throw it off their wings. I've given up on it.
Yeah, it's amazing how this administration just wants to cause chaos and not release and cause problems within.
Okay. And Celtic Seer says we need to be, that the Easter Sunday is going to be a beginning of reflecting this new year, one that we're in, the 1 year universal year we're in. So just keeping you guys up with your astrology. Nanette, I'm sure this is a true story that Trump went to a dentist and they canceled everything for the rest of the week. I tell you, there's been times I've gone to the dentist where I wanted to cancel everything for the rest of the week, but I hadn't seen that. Have you seen that, Scott? Okay, then we're not going to spread rumors, even though we just spread rumors. And I'm trying to find something to talk about that.
So what? He's supposedly not doing anything next week,
I have no idea.
but no, I haven't heard anything about next week.
Yeah. Yeah, this is Fiona Hill testified in 2019. Some of you guys are making silly statements. No, they're not going to give Baron Greenland as his wedding present.
Baron's too busy being influenced by the Taint brothers.
Yeah, and why'd they bring Maduro's wife? Was
There,
that
there was something she was indicted for too. I can't remember what it was.
okay? Okay, we're going to hide that. I'm looking for stuff, guys, because we only have about 4 minutes left.
Celadon just posted about the governor or the mayor of Minnesota.
It's going to run. It's going to run for governor potentially. Yeah. Okay, let's see. Start.
He definitely made a name for himself in a hurry.
Yep. Okay, we're going into my backyard. Will Tellerico or Crockett beat Cornyn in the office? I'll tell you who they'll beat. Paxton, because I don't think Cornyn's going to make it.
And that's a sad thing for the state.
Oh God, yeah. What the country run by a convicted felon? Maybe we've decided. My state's decided in its ultimate wisdom.
They're very similar. Paxton and 45 are very similar.
Okay.
Let's see if the cards come out. Who will be victorious for the Senate?
You want to say Republican or Democrat or just?
Yeah.
I can tell you, Tellerico and Crockett are running neck and neck. And I talked to a lot of Democrats that are they want the best candidate. They love Crockett. They think she'd be a great spokesperson. And there's some question around Tellerico who's I think he's a conservative Democrat, and I've been around them for a long time. But there's other people who think he may be someone that the Republicans put up so that Crockett didn't have an open field. And they do that game here all the time. Trust me. You vote for someone thinking they're a Democrat, and you find out, oh, they're more Republican. Now Crockett is not a Republican. And so the question is this going to be a Republican or is it going to, will the Democrat win the seat? That's what I'm asking. So. It's not known yet. I got a 3-3 split, guys. It's too many things. Too much stuff going to happen around in the state, but it's the star. I think the Democrat's going to win whichever one it is. I think the problem is we just don't know who's running yet.
So oddly enough, I just shuffled and I asked, where's the energy leading for who's going to be the senator? Tellerico came out first, and next card was Crockett. So I'm shuffling again. Right,
okay.
To see, because I always ask for designators for people.
Right.
So like Cornyn and Paxton would be either a King of Wine or King of Swords. A King of Cups is not a Republican in my mind. And that came out first. The very next card was the Queen of Swords. So they're like neck and neck. So the universe is leaning towards trying to get a Democrat to win there. So who is going to win? What's the universe going to do for the win? The Senate in Texas. Okay. And then I get a King of Pentacles first. It's leaning towards a man.
Okay. Well, that's this
right now.
But what I see, the bottom of my deck is the tower when we talk about this election. So I think it's going to be a Democrat. And if it's Tellerico, that's fine. I mean, I like Crockett a whole lot, but
right now it's too tough to call.
we don't know who all the players on the field, and
But Mr. Tailacre's a good, smooth talker.
well, he speaks their speak. I mean,
Yeah, I mean he speaks common sense. He's kind of like got that Pete Buttigieg talk. You know, that he talks common sense. He talks, to the people.
but so does Jasmine. She was one of the only ones speaking sense in the Congress for a long time. Anyway, we're not going to argue that. We're going to let the people go vote. Just make sure you go vote. Make sure you're registered to vote. And we're not going to ask if Trump has a mistress because
That's gross.
yeah, she's a person with no nose and a hazard mat on. What can I say?
Ew.
Oh, and no, they're not going to go into Mexico. Oh. Turtle Kitty, I'm going to do a show with Dorothy Morgan on Tuesday, and it's going to be open questions. I'll copy your question off and put it in my file. And we'll talk about if you're in a personal 9-year, but it's actually a universal 1 year. Those actually go together rather well, but this is not the show for that conversation. Just like Tuesday is not the show for any of the questions we've answered today. Are we ready to close this sucker down?
Yeah. Let's bring up inspiration for the week, what we need to know.
Okay.
Personally, I'd rather see Jasmine win, but it's up to the people in Texas. Depends how bad the voting is there, and Paxton gonna disenfranchise millions of voters again.
Oh, this is not the card anyone wants me to pull today, but it's good. Keeping everybody on the edge of their seats or clicking to get off this because what you talking about? Okay. My card of the week is Foggy Bog. The spirit of the Foggy Bog says, have patience. Oh, God, this is a card no one wants. Wait until the fog lifts before taking action. Truth will emerge in time. You just need to go a little bit deeper. Follow your own intuition. And it's really true, guys. Do not get wound up in their fog. They're blowing smoke all around us and up our personal parts. I mean, it's just, they're not to be believed. So what we need to do is just wait until we get a clear and follow your own intuition. If you watch something, there's a lot of AI bots doing Rachel Maddow and other people right now. If it looks like Rachel, and I mean, some of them look really good, but they're not real. If it's something, you know what a person is likely to say. And some of that crap is just not real. So don't get lost in the fog.
I'm getting some need to disconnect with that forward Michael. So I'm getting the forward Michael here. So there's that need to disconnect. Insights come from better, meditation, quieter thoughts, better thoughts, relieving stress, makes you sleep enough. And then we get love and blessings with the 10 of Raphael, and then the Emperor. The Emperor is here is like talking about taking charge of you, the
Mhm.
stability, the efficiency, taking charge, planning. But the ten of Raphael is that 10 of cups of blessings, filling your life, happy family, and all that. So just make sure you always take your time, for self-care, not getting
Scott,
too worked
I
up.
have a request. The name of your deck, it's Radley Valentine deck. Is it the Arc?
That one?
Yeah, it's the this is what it looks like. It's Archangel Power Tarot. After you get a 12-month reading from me, you get to see lots of those cards because that's what I used to do, the 12-month reading. Still doing them. Had somebody come on last night about midnight. They must have really been having a bad weekend because they want a 12-month reading now.
They're really big cards,
Yes.
but I love these for inspiration.
And the interpretation and just this, their death card is probably the most beautiful death card I've ever seen.
Yeah. Like
It's gorgeous. That's it.
there's
Peace. That's
happened to be the top one when I was looking. Look at you. Yeah, the peace card, the death card says release the past.
mm-hmm.
There is a more enriching future coming. Let go and let God.
Mm-hmm. And that's really what the death card's about. Somebody asked about if this ICE agent ever gets put on trial. He'll be put on trial on state charges, and then they can't pardon him. So
Yeah, after the federal nonsense.
Thank you so much to all the people who we've got. Kathy D put in a sticker. Tro asked backwards, who I always have to say your name very carefully. Thank you, Danielle Martin. Thank you, Joni, and thank you, Giovanni, and with hugs and everything. And Deborah's Blue Tarot. Thank you. And that's everybody, and we really appreciate that. What you got going on besides driving the truck and coming and visiting with me on Sundays?
That's it. I got getting tires put on my vehicle Tuesday, so I decided just to take the day off.
Oh, that's fun.
Instead of deal with another vehicle and whatnot.
Mm-hmm.
So other than that, work.
Okay. Well, Tuesday, I have an open mic meeting with Dorothy Morgan, who's an astrologer. And if you, we'll take your question over that about 9 and 1 years and stuff over there. And we will answer general questions. We're not going to answer specific questions. And I am going to be teaching Tarot again with Jeffrey. But we're not going to start it till after the eclipse. It's on the 17th of February, because we've been told that that's not a good time for things. But we're not just teaching Tarot. We're going to teach Tarot, and we're going to teach to train you on how to read the cards. We're going to use Jeffrey's Shadow Workbook. So it gives you a reason to read the cards that you're learning all the symbols of. So look for that. I'm going to be posting that on my website, and I'm looking forward to seeing you. I'm still on Substack. I've just started putting the psychic profiles on Substack. Just gotten some interesting reactions, let me tell you. And I'm really hoping everybody's paying attention and for themselves. But if you get to something you go, ugh, I don't want to deal with that. Don't, take the time off, pull back. Trust me. I mean, You don't watch a whole Netflix series in 1 week if you're sitting around concentrating on the world, right? And then at the end of the show, it was like, oh shit, that's what we've been going through. So everybody have a good week. See you. Come see me Tuesday at 1. Bye.